I think I was always a little horse crazy. As a little kid, all I wanted is, so I want to play with horses. I grew up on a farm. My uncle had a tiny little farm with one horse, and I would go as a little kid and help doing chores around the horses and helping with feeding the animals. And for that, I was always close to horses. I would climb on and sit on, and I was always amazed by the power of the animal. When I was 12 years old, my mom let me go to the riding school, and I think it was very good because I got very good lessons and I started to understand what it means. You went to the riding school to learn riding, and like what it says, it's a school. You were a student and you had to do what you were taught. Therefore, we got very strict lessons, and the emphasis was on that you learn proper riding and horsemanship. I think a horse person to me is a person who puts the horse always first, at all time. You never asked anything from a horse what it can do in the respect he isn't old enough or he's not experienced enough. That's what a horseman looks for, the animal first and for the sport over the long time. When I came to Canada, I was homesick and it was very hard for me, and I had not planned on staying in Canada. I just want to go for a couple of years and see how they live and see how people ride in North America. In 1973, Mr. Southern asked if I could stay a little longer. He'd like to build a little stable on his own. And I said, okay, I stay and help you.
Horsemaster Albert Clay was recruited in mid-1970s, and one of his first tasks was to develop a junior program.
Good for the young riders to come, to get a chance to come here, because we train a little different here, a little more the European style. The young riders come to this place and see those European people, and that helps them. And if it keeps going, I think in Western Canada, the young riders are just so good than anywhere in the world.
One of the first goals for Mr. and Mrs. Sutherland to have Spruce Meadows as a place where young people in Western Canada can train here and become good enough to go to Eastern Canada and compete on the team.
The breeding program is a really time-consuming, and it takes a long time to find out which mares and which stallions fit well together. We got in a really short time quality horses, especially Hanoverian horses are getting really popular in North America.
Because we brought the young horses on, I got to ride quite often the horses when they weren't so experienced for the kids to ride. And that was always fun for me. And also it was something I really liked, because I like to be a horse trainer. And I like to show, especially the kids when they were young, how it's done properly. Just go steady like you do here. Well, boy, one more time. One more time, very nice. I think when you do something every day, you see it a little bit as a job, right? But I really don't have a job in a sense, because all the things I got to do, I always got to work with horses, and that was, as a kid, that was very important for me to have a job with horses. And when you're young, yes, you dream about to be a famous show jumper. And when I got a little older, I became a lot more realistic and says, okay, not everyone can be an Olympic rider, but what I want to do is I want to work with horses. And I think I was pretty lucky to have the training to be a show jumper. And I was very lucky to come to a place like Spruce Meadows and do all those things. I have to checked with myself and said, do I really have a job? Because all the things I do, even now, I would do even in my time off. Therefore, I think I don't see it as a job.